Fighters versus referees. Calling a fight from the inside of the ring is a tough job by itself. But what happens when you're caught in the crossfire of the match and you're on the receiving end of the blows? Number 1. Watch my hands. In this first clip, the fighter is caught in a rear naked chokehold. When he finally decides that enough is enough, he taps out, but the ref didn't notice the first light tap. By the time the referee saw him, the fighter thought he was intentionally ignored. He got up and tried to show the ref what's what, with a couple of equalizers to the head. He probably isn't that good of a boxer either, because the ref took those jabs like a champ. Number 2. Waterboy. The boxing match was over before it started, but not quite. The fighter in the aqua blue trunks was being drowned in punches and eventually sunk to the mat. The official waves his hands to signal no foul to a shot that landed on the back of the guy's head, but Aquaman thinks that he's calling the fight. So he whimpers to the ref, then starts to take matters into his own hands. He throws punches at the ref, and either the ref is tough as nails or the boxer's hands are as soft as cotton candy, because the older ref wasn't fazed at all. He's disqualified for taking shots at the ref, although the ref didn't flinch. Maybe the ref should show him how to take a punch. Number 3. The Big Blue Bully. This guy in blue is clearly the bigger, more aggressive fighter in this face-off. He's looking unfazed and unchallenged by the fighter in red. It shows, too. Taking punches like shots of juice and throwing punches that, if connected, would send anybody to the 10 count with ease. After a small mix-up between the two fighters, the ref steps in to break the fighters off, but soon realizes that he should have stuck to working at the food court because he's met with a left hook that shook him like salt on fries. The ref calls the fight and disqualifies the fighter. So much for picking up a second job after school, huh, ref? Number 4. Let me at 'em. We catch these two warriors at the end of what looked like a pretty even match. But after one fighter lands a quick right hook, the tides change. He sends the other fighter down and the ref calls the fight. The stunned fighter still had a point to prove, so he jumps up quickly and begins to throw punches at the ref. Still staggered by the last blow he took, he thought that his opponent was still in front of him and commenced to attack the official. Clearly the fight was over. The guy didn't even know who he was fighting anymore. Number 5. Don't do it, Joe. This fight looked very promising. From the introductions, it seemed like we were sure to have a knockdown, drag-out match. But Reese Showtime Brink must have had a hot date after the match, because he ended it really, really early. Not even 10 seconds after the bell, he hits Joseph Nem with a kick straight to the face that took him down. Then he goes to put the cherry on top, but the ref calls in before it got too ugly. Joe, almost in an inebriated state, goes for the ref and drops him down into a rear naked chokehold. He didn't get the knockout he wanted, but I guess he'd settle for a submission win, no matter who it's from. Number 6. The Ref Boys. In this combat fight, this ref breaks up a clinch between the boxers. One of the boxers snarfs and then shoves the ref for the call, but little did he know that the ref brought backup. Another one of the uniformed refs jumps in and does a German suplex on the boxer, then restrains him to the mat until the boxer understands that only one person in the ring calls the shots. This goes to show that you must be multi-skilled in order to be in a fight with trained fighters. This guy was so shocked, he stayed on the mat to gather himself. I'm sure he didn't know that the one-on-one fight would turn into a triple threat wrestling match. Number 7. Up Close and Punchable. This ref is watching the action very closely. The boxers are in a bit of a clinch when the bell rings, ending the round. In a last-ditch effort, one of the boxers swings a quick left hook, but his opponent hears the bell and immediately proceeds to his corner. So who's there to catch the blow? The ref! He stings the ref with the punch to the point that he has to catch the official before he falls to the mat. He's a little shaken up, but he comes back around. The saying goes, if you play too close to the fire, you'll get punched square in the freaking face. Or something like that. Number 8. Not in my ring. This clip shows a clean clinch breakup between two fighters by the ref. Apparently, one of the boxers was a little too amped to resume with the fight, so he shoved the arm of the ref. The ref seems like he's dealt with tougher guys than him because he turns to the pusher to confront him. And even when the boxer apologizes, he's still not letting it go. Making sure to hammer the point in, he gives the boxer a light shove of his own. It probably would have been more entertaining to see the ref square up with the boxer right then and there. I'd put my money on the guy in the bow tie. Number 9. Seeing Stars and Stripes. This brawl features two guys in what looks like Olympic warm-up pants, ready to go the distance. About a minute into the fight, one of the guys gets put down hard. The ref wants to give the guy a chance to get up, but he's so dazed that he thinks the ref is his opponent. He swings at the ref and the ref grabs him. Once the official lets him go, he continues to throw blows at him. Maybe he thought he could beat up the guy that isn't fighting back instead of the one who is. Number 10. Royal Rumble Boxing. This match was going like any other boxing match does, but when one of the coaches interfered with the match, the ref decided to show these guys what real fighting is. An illegal hit to the back of the head caused one of the coaches to come into the ring and help his fighter. Then a trainer from the opposing fighter's corner lunges in the ring and over to the other corner with a Liu Kang-style drop kick. Well, the ref didn't take too kindly to the trainer in his ring, so he grabs the trainer and starts to pummel him. It quickly turns from boxing to a vintage wrestling brawl as people from both sides come in to either break up the fight or cause some chaos of their own. During the showdown, you see the ref still taking his frustration out on the initial drop kicker. Form, poise, follow through, and the quick jabs. And I'm talking about the ref. There's a lot to be expected from an official calling a professional fight. Some bring more to the table than others, but there's much more than you think that goes into the duty of a ref. Thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe for more videos like this one. We'll see you next time.